Um, if if we get our work done early, we can have fun and play games.
And Golda, our program's a little different than the in-person experience. Is there anything about our program that stands out that maybe the in-person students don't get to experience?
Okay, so if you in person, sometimes the teacher actually gives you like actual worksheets to work on. But in those school hours you have to like get your work done. So if you are doing virtual from home, you will have more time to get your work done. It mostly depends if you um, end school early. If you end school early and you have more time to get your homework done. Also, it's in person, you can communicate with your teachers, but not as much. Not as much if you are doing virtual through your computer. So you have access to communicate with your teachers and your friends through the chat, Schoology, or Go Guardian. And then the last thing is teachers are always available if you need help with your work or like anything. You can ask your teacher for help.
Awesome, Golda. Thank you so much.
So in the virtual program, we have some really amazing opportunities. After school, we have Enrichment. So students can sign up for mindfulness, games, drawing, culinary, STEM, and drama. What's really awesome with drama is they're going to be doing a play by the end of this winter enrichment term, which is an amazing opportunity. In STEM, they're learning how to code. In culinary, we had a really cool outpouring of support, and they've been using mixers to do different activities. In drawing, they're learning cartoons. In games, they're doing different math games. And mindfulness, they're just taking a break and focusing on the social emotional learning. And you can see some pictures of dance going on, an amazing cupcake made in culinary, and students learning hockey through math and science.
In the virtual program, our students also participate in monthly events. We have coming up on February 8th, the Cupid Popcorn Family Night. We have a movie night coming up soon, and our students have had the opportunity to participate in a virtual baking program, which has gotten a lot of coverage, and the virtual community service. And we're just gonna watch a quick video about that baking night program.
Elementary School received a generous donation today that will help students enrolled in a very popular program. Students in Wilmington Manor's Colonial virtual program are taking part in an online culinary course. Yeah, they're cooking. During a recent cookie baking lesson, one of the students' grandmothers noticed the kids were mixing the batter with forks. So Pamela Caldwell decided to step in and purchase 60 hand mixers for the kids and a KitchenAid mixer for the class.
So as a result of that grandmother donating those mixers, KitchenAid reached out. They were really excited to see what was going on with the program, and they will also donate 60 more hand mixers, as well as allow our students chances to test out new products. So we're really excited about that. We also have the virtual community service events, and we'll watch a video about that.
Full of donated sandwiches was packed up today at Wilmington Manor Elementary School in Newcastle, Delaware. The sandwiches were made by students and their families. The donation was then sent to the Hope Lutheran Church Food Pantry. The Sandwich Project, just one of many culinary virtual events the school does every week.
And so, you know, our students are not only interacting in school and academically, they're taking part in their community, and that's a big, big thing. We also participate in Spirit Days. We've had so far Storybook Character Day, but we're also having Super Bowl Spirit Day on February 11th. Go Ravens, even though we didn't get there. And then we're also having the 100th Day of School celebration and the Pink and Red Spirit Day on February 14th.
So at the virtual program, even though we're obviously virtual for class, we have the opportunity to do field trips. So our second grade class already did a field trip to the Delaware Nature Society. And so they got to learn about trees. And what's really exciting coming up is the second grade, the whole virtual program from first to elementary part is going to the Delaware Aerospace, and the middle school sixth graders are going to the Constitution Center. So they're very excited about upcoming field trips. Here's a video of our second grade students really enjoying.
Oh,
I love Ashland because we get to do the game. I like Ashland because we get real good. I like Ashland because we can play games with our friends.
go ahead.
I go back to because we learn about trees.
Oh,
I love Ashland because
So that was just one of the really cool opportunities that even though we're virtual, students are able to sign up if their families want to meet in person. So we definitely have those in-person events.
We do also have some virtual field trips. The Brandywine Zoo visited virtually and gave information on their animal exhibits, and some of our fifth graders were able to participate in a virtual field trip to the Winter Museum. So we also have virtual events, virtual field trips as well.
The cool thing about being virtual too is we can get guest speakers from all over the globe. We've had guest speakers from the United States Space Force doing STEAM workshops. Ms. Adams is having a guest speaker every day this month for I Love to Read Month to read a different book every day. We've had some awesome animals stop by and teach us some lessons, and even Santa came to visit us this year. We also extend students' learning and let them showcase their skills through art challenges throughout the year. Students had a big part in helping us pick our mascot, the Phantom, which has become a big part of our identity. And we did a snowman showdown over the winter. In October, we did a pumpkin designing contest, and students really got involved with this stuff. And it's definitely something we'll continue next year too.
So some of our students wanted to share their thoughts, what's their favorite part of the program. And Caden said his favorite part of the program is being able to move along faster if he can, or if he needs extra help, he can stay later to get one-on-one help. Sophia said something special about the virtual program is that it makes her feel closer with all her friends than ever before, even though they're still far away from each other. And Sam said students should choose the virtual program because you can get to know other people in many ways you couldn't before. It makes you feel that there are infinite possibilities on how to get to know each other.
All right, so here is a sample fifth grade schedule. If you notice, there are times when we really can give more small group time, and it allows us to give more focused instruction for students. We have that in the ELA section of the schedule in the morning, and we also have that again in math. And we have office hours where we can help students if they have questions and things like that. We really like that, being able to give them that more focused time and small group time.
As students get older and enter middle school, we give them more of a blend of learning opportunities through synchronous Zoom sessions while also asynchronous learning opportunities. The schedule on the left is a schedule at a glance for the sixth grade daily routines. On Wednesdays, we offer small group learning opportunities and asynchronous tasks for students to complete. So it's a blend of synchronous learning while also working asynchronously.
and on the right-hand side, you can see the 7th and 8th grade schedule. So it's a nice transition as they move from 5th to 6th to 7th and 8th in preparing them for high school. Our schedule runs on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, where they're able to meet with their core teachers for whole group and small group lessons in the morning. And then the afternoon, they work asynchronously on their assignments for their exploratories, and as well as a response to intervention, where we're able to pull smaller groups again for direct instruction. Our Wednesday is also a day where we're able to meet with all 4 core groups to go over any questions or any misunderstandings that may be occurring, as well as more time for the students to be asynchronous and to seek out support from the teacher one-on-one.
In the chat, I'm dropping 2 links right now that will help answer some of the questions you might have. The first one is to the handbook we've developed for parents and students. There's information about program design, expectations for parents and students, information about attendance and the various things we do in the program. There will be some changes between this year and next year, but if you have some questions, this might be a place that you can find some of the things you might be wondering. And the other link is to our Facebook page. It's a place where we post updates, events, student spotlights, and encourage you to like us now so you can stay in touch, reach out if you have any questions, and also get a sense of what's coming if you're joining us next year.
I'm also dropping in the chat a link to a document for accessing our digital learning. So our students all have Chromebooks that they use at home. And with those Chromebooks, they're able to access our programs through a secure sign-on with ClassLink. So our students are only able to get into Schoology with their Colonial login. Inside of our programs, we use many different tools to access our learning. So such as Sora, which is an awesome library that is provided to us, where students are able to check out books, much like they would in a library, and read any books that are on Sora. We also use Sora to access our books for our instruction as well. Again, many of our assignments are through our Google Drive that all the students are able to access and then collaborate together on. And then a couple other tools we use are things like Lumio and Desmos, where we're able to present our lessons and we can see the students working through the lessons in real time.
I teased it too early, but the link to our Facebook page is in the chat. We encourage you to connect with us. And if you jump to the next slide, you'll see some of the things you might see on our page. We do a lot to try to highlight the successes and awesome skills our students have. We'll post spotlights for each grade level throughout the year, while also recognizing the culture and community that each teacher and homeroom are able to build. So check us out on there.
Before I end, we just have one question. So the question is, what does parent communication look like? If one of our amazing teachers wants to respond to that question.
So I'll take, if that's okay. Parent communication, so much. So we are able to email out directly to parents. We do a monthly update with our parents about what's happening, what's going on. You're able to contact us as well through email. We also all have Zoom phone numbers as well as chat. So you can message us through Zoom and it actually goes just to a phone number. And we receive text messages much like you would on your regular text app. Some of us also use Google Voice, which is again a phone number that you receive and that you're able to contact the parents. So we really are very accessible through multiple methods of communication. We also send out in the program an administration letter that comes out with updates as well to all of the families with anything that might be happening across the school.
Thank you, Ms. Hartman. Another question was, what are the class sizes? So it does depend on the grade. For example, our first grade classrooms are typically at 20 to 21 students, while our 8th grade students are typically at about 26, 27 students. So they do range. We don't have over 30 in a classroom, but we do try to typically keep them to a size where the students are able to get all of their needs met. And it looks like we have another question that just popped in. If someone would like to respond, it's what makes the virtual program different from what we're used to in the past with the virtual learning during the pandemic?
I've got this.
Okay.
I love the fact that we have the flexibility to interact with our children whenever they need it. If it's in class, we can pull them into breakout rooms. If it's after class, we can set up appointments. We have time built into the schedule every day that we're able to work one-on-one with them, whether it be, for SEL or emotional support or academics. And the other thing that I think is just so gigantic about this program is the way the world is moving. Our students are learning to be global citizens through using the technology, where in traditional school, I'm not sure they're getting that same opportunity.
And I'd like to add a little bit about the technology. I feel like I can be really focused with how we use technology, just not Schoology, but other platforms that we can integrate. And it allows the students not only to be better students academically with traditional academics, but that technology piece is really there. I love it. They teach me things about it. And it goes on with their interests. Their students are very tech oriented now. So it just highlights a lot of their interests too.
Thank you, Ms. Baynard and Ms. Alexander. Another question that popped up is, do students have the opportunity to play sports? So this school year, our students do have the opportunity to play sports for Gunning Bedford Middle School. It is something that we are still talking about what that will look like for next school year. We do have some students that are on the boys basketball team at Gunning Bedford. So right now they do have that opportunity. And of course, we are speaking daily about what that will look like next year. And Ms. Adams, we have a question. What are the enrichment opportunities for middle school students?
Yeah, that's great. So this year, this winter enrichment, the enrichment opportunity was culinary, and I believe STEM was the other one. But it really just depends. All enrichment classes are volunteer teachers, which is really cool that we have so many teachers that want to meet with kids after school. So it's about for an hour a week. So it really just depends. In the fall, we didn't even have middle school enrichment, but now it's going to be a hold. So every time we have more and more teachers volunteering, that's when we get more opportunities.
Thank you, Ms. Adams. So some families have asked about how to enroll for next school year. And so we do have Miss Atia Johnson here with us on the call. Her video is not working, but she is going to unmute and just tell us a little bit about how to enroll for next school year for those families interested.
Good evening, families. Unfortunately, my camera isn't working, but I am here and I'm really happy to be a part of the virtual program. And I just want to reiterate kind of like the process, as Ms. Campbell mentioned. Our virtual program is a choice program, meaning you do have to apply through the choice program in order for your student or child to be enrolled. It also is a full year commitment. So once you do decide to enroll your child into the virtual program, you want to be sure that you and your child are going to be fully dedicated to not only logging on every day, ensuring that work is being done and completed, so on and so forth, but seeing it through until June. And even if you decide after, that's even better. In order for you to enroll, we do have my contact information listed here. Whether you send me an email or give me a call, I'm more than glad to assist you in the enrollment process. At this time, we are accepting applications for students entering grades 1 through 8 next school year. Again, if you are interested, which I hope that you are, just either shoot me an email or give me a call. I am in the office every day at the district office. So like I said, you can give me a call to do that. I just want to also add that the feedback that I've been receiving at the district office and the choice office is that families are pleased with the virtual program. As Colonial made this platform available for students, I want to say that it's not a response to COVID-19. This is something that the district feels that our students have the opportunity to learn in an alternative placement. But just the opportunity for them to grow where they're comfortable and safe. So like I said, I think that this opportunity is great for all families. And in the event that you do decide to take advantage of it, I do not think you will be disappointed.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. And we just want to thank you for coming out and spending a little bit of your time with us this evening. I'm sure many of you still have some questions, so you're more than welcome to email myself or Mrs. DeMedio. We both are located at Wilmington Manor Elementary School, and so our phone number is right there on the screen. If you want to take a minute and write that down, you can email us, call us, and we're here to answer any questions you have. We hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and we hope to see you next school year. Take care.